Do you know what it means to be a motherless daughter? Did you know you can have mother loss without mother death? Mother loss comes in many forms, and Motherless Daughters Ministry is here to help you navigate through your particular mother loss. While you are unique, you are definitely not alone. We have 25 years worth of pearls of wisdom to help you on your mother loss journey, and we are sharing all of these pearls with you through this very podcast, Nurturing Words, Voices of Experience, sponsored lovingly by Motherless Daughters Ministry.
Hello, I'm Gladys Bell, your host. We're so glad to have you with us today. Here at the Motherless Daughters Ministry, we seek to provide resources that will encourage and support healing from the impact of loss. Today's podcast features a blog written by our founder and board chair, Dr. Mary Ellen Collins. Like the majority of our volunteers, she is a motherless daughter and knows firsthand about weathering life without a mother. As a nonprofit working to reach motherless daughters, we look to connect with you. Right from our website homepage, there are links to receive email updates, leave a voicemail message, schedule a free 15-minute consultation, or sign up for personal coaching. Your prayers, input, and financial support help make a difference in providing content for motherless daughters. If you are blessed by the ministry, please check our show notes for ways to donate, give back, or become part of our community. Come visit us at www.motherlessdaughtersministry.com. Now, stay with us a few minutes while I share this beautiful analogy about why this ministry was created. Hi, I'm Mary Ellen Collins, Ph.D. I'm the founder and board chair of the Motherless Daughters Ministry. I started this ministry because I know firsthand how painful and isolating it is to walk through life's hardest storms without a mother. I created this space for women like us, women who are searching for shelter, for family, and for healing. Life doesn't wait for sunny skies. Storms come. Sometimes they come out of nowhere, and sometimes they've been building for years. And when they hit, when the wind knocks the breath out of you and the sky cracks open, you need something or someone to hold you steady. In a healthy family, that something is each other. Families shield one another. They show up. They wrap around each other like a raincoat, keeping the worst of the storm from soaking through. You don't run from someone else's rain. You stand in it with them. You become their shelter. But what happens when you're in the middle of the storm and your mother is gone? That's the reality so many of us live. Whether your mother died, emotionally abandoned you, or was never safe to begin with, when the storm hits, that void is undeniable. You feel exposed, uncovered, alone. You're soaked through and freezing in a world that doesn't pause to notice. And that's why we created the Motherless Daughters Ministry. We are your family. We are your raincoat. We exist for those moments when the rejection is too sharp, the grief too heavy, the silence too loud. We are the ones who show up and sit with you when no one else can. When the rest of the world moves on or doesn't know what to say, we do. Because we've been there, all of us. One of the most painful storms to weather is rejection. And if you're a motherless daughter, you likely know this pain intimately. Sometimes it's subtle, feeling overlooked on Mother's Day, or invisible when your coworkers talk about their moms. Other times, it's a tidal wave, like the moment you realize your mom won't be at your wedding, or the day you give birth without the one woman you want in the room. When that kind of storm hits, most people don't understand. They don't know what it's like to grieve a relationship that never got a chance, to mourn someone who is still alive but has emotionally left, to carry a longing so deep it lives in your bones. But we do. Many years ago, a woman in our ministry went through one of those soul-wrenching moments. Her story is etched into our hearts. Her storm became our storm. We circled around her like family. Our hearts broke with hers. Our voices prayed when hers couldn't. Our arms held her tears when they fell. We'll never forget it, because it was one of those defining moments when the words Motherless Daughters Ministry meant exactly what they were supposed to, a family in the storm. Strong families protect each other. They lean in when life falls apart. They don't try to fix the weather. They just stay close and hold tight until the light comes back. That's who we are for each other in this ministry. We see you. We hear you. We believe you. We are the ones who understand that healing isn't linear, that grief comes in waves, that some days you're standing and some days you're not. And that's okay. We don't expect you to be strong all the time. We'll be strong with you and for you. And sometimes, when you're too weary to hope, we'll hold that too. You may have grown up without a mother to protect you in life's storms, but now you have us. You have a community of women who won't flinch at your pain, who won't minimize your story, who will look you in the eyes and say, "Me too." Women who get what it's like to be left, to be let down, to still ache for something you never had. And that kind of community changes everything. We don't just support each other, we heal together. We sit in the grief, but we also rise in strength. We laugh, we cry, we pray, we grow. We show up when it's hard and celebrate when it's good. This isn't just a ministry. It's a movement of healing. It's what happens when women stop walking through pain alone. It's what happens when broken hearts are honored, not rushed. So if you're hearing this and you're in the middle of a storm, know this: you don't have to go through it alone. You may not have had the mother you needed, but you have sisters now. You have us. We are your raincoat in the storm. We are your circle of strength. We are your Motherless Daughters family.
We're going to take a short break and then get right back to the podcast.
Hi, I'm Daniela Najoli, Director of the Motherless Daughters Ministry. Our Connection and Conversation Circles is the newest part of our holistic empowerment section of the ministry. The circles bring together women from across the country and from around the world to build community, find a sense of belonging beyond our support groups, and to share their journeys with other women who truly understand. We just wrapped up a powerful 4-week session where hearts were opened, new bonds were formed, and healing took root. So many daughters have found comfort, gained so much clarity, and made many connections in this space. And now it's your turn. Not quite sure if the connection and conversation circles are for you? Here's what other participants had to say. This was a wonderful and comforting opportunity, and I believe this group will be continuing on its own. I really like the way we opened with prayer and acknowledged that there is a God who cares about our grief. I appreciate how we could share our thoughts with others in the group and how they affirm our experiences. I appreciated the confidentiality piece. It was nice to be anonymous. I didn't have to filter anything. The quality of group leaders who also experienced mother loss, connections within the group, and learning from one another. So we invite you to register today for our next Connection and Conversation Circle at motherlessdaughtersministry.com. Click the What We Offer link at the top of the website and scroll down to our Holistic Empowerment section to find our latest Connection and Conversation Circle offerings. Come as you are, and remember, you are not alone.
And now, before we go, let's have a few reflections from our podcast administrator, Sarah Lynn Wells.
It's hard to believe we are already in spring. Sometimes it feels like 2026 just started. Where I live, the weather has been changing and there's been a lot of rain lately. We're definitely entering a season where there's a lot of rain and storms. So I thought Mary Ellen's depiction of grief and weather and needing a raincoat was timely and so powerful. It also made me think about my son. He has a strong fear of storms and will often anxiously check the weather during this season. Sometimes I wish I could just stop the storms from happening, but obviously I know that's something I cannot do. What I can do, though, is try to encourage him, help him learn tools for dealing with his anxiety, educate him on weather and safety, move him to a safe place if there is a strong storm, and just be a comforting place to go when he's scared. Our ministry is a lot like that for motherless daughters. We cannot take away a motherless daughter's pain or change her circumstances, no matter how much we'd like to. But we can help a motherless daughter learn about grief. We can be a shoulder to cry on, help her gain new tools. Sometimes we all just need that comfort, that raincoat in the storm. There's a line that really stayed with me. Grief doesn't just disappear, it comes in waves. And often those waves hit hardest in the moments where a mother's presence feels like it should be there. Milestones, celebrations, hard days, and sometimes even just ordinary days. It's not always loud, but it's there. And what makes that kind of grief especially heavy is how isolating it can feel. Because sometimes what you're missing isn't easily explained. It's a presence, a covering, a kind of love that just feels irreplaceable. But here's the shift this message offers. Sometimes what we need most isn't advice. It's just someone willing to stand in the storm with us. Not fix it, not rush us through. Just be there. That's where this idea of being a raincoat in the storm comes in. Again, I love that imagery because a raincoat doesn't stop the storm. It doesn't actually make the rain go away, but it does provide shelter. It allows you to keep walking even while everything around you feels heavy. And that's what community and sisterhood can be. We begin to show up for each other in really intentional ways. Listen, we sit in the hard moments. We remember dates that matter. We check in, not just once, but consistently. Because real support isn't about some grand gesture. It's presence, again and again. There's also something so powerful about being surrounded by people who just get it without needing to explain. When women come together in shared understanding, something shifts. That deep sense of isolation, it starts to loosen its grip. And while it's true, community can't replace what's been lost, it can remind us that we're still held, that we're still seen, that we don't have to carry everything alone. There's also an invitation here, not just to receive support, but to become it, to become that raincoat for someone else. It doesn't require perfection or having all the answers. It simply requires willingness to show up, willingness to sit in discomfort, willingness to say, you don't have to do this by yourself. Because being a raincoat isn't fixing someone's pain, it's covering them with care while they walk through it. And even in the middle of grief, there is still space for connection, for moments of light that break through, sometimes unexpectedly. Those moments don't erase the pain, but they remind us that grief and healing can coexist. So if you are in a season where the waves feel strong right now, I hope this reminds you, you are not alone. And if you're in a season where you have some capacity to support someone else, don't underestimate what your presence could mean. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can be is simply a raincoat in someone else's storm.
Thank you for joining us here at Motherless Daughters Ministry. If you need more nurturing words, we encourage you to have a listen to other episodes of this podcast. Don't forget to hit the subscribe or follow button so you can join us again next time.